welcome everybody to the X8 VRML Season 1 North American Double Elimination, Day 2. My name is Nightfire with 2 E's. I am your sole conductor in today's journey of our postseason for X8, the deterministic tournament that will decide the fate of 2 teams and if they will be advancing on to play their finals out live on stage at VRML Con this year, July 20th and 21st. It is going to be an exciting series, to say the least, but it is the only series we have on the docket today, and it is Polaroids versus Heaven's Garden. There is certainly an underdog in this afternoon's matchup. If you look at Polaroids matchup history, 1-5 over the course of the regular season. Heaven's Garden 6-6. I think Heaven's Garden definitely coming in as the favorite this afternoon, beating Polaroids in their last matchup 16-0. We could see a quick 2-0 here in this best of 3, or we could see Polaroids stepping it up with their life on the line. We'll be diving into our first match soon to find out which team is going to come out on top. I'm curious to see what the rosters are like, curious to see where our first map is going to take us, but we do have everyone in lobby, and so I do believe map 1 is firing up right now. It does look like we are going to be headed to Nautica, but I do want to confirm that first before we do jump into our first series of the afternoon. And a quick shout out to our sponsors, Third Verse, for coming in and supporting the VRML in our first season. We really do appreciate them as a sponsor, with $1,000 into that prize pool split between both regions. And here we go, right into it, Nautica, for the opening map between these 2 teams. On Heaven's Garden, on the attacking side for Nautica. Polaroids on the defending side.
Siphon acquired.
You remember we were having some issues with name tags. It's good to know those are all fixed. And into the action we go. Pistol round, no rifles, minimal utility, but abilities definitely start in effect. As we do crash in, let me adjust audio, sorry for that. B-site getting a push, nice defense from Dwayne, trying to hold things down. The ult comes out, goes a little bit short. Full team press at B site though, and with a bit of a smoke, the Nile of vision, they'll be able to push in. Zoom Boy finds Dwayne down early on site. The utility coming up, teleported back behind B, and a nice hold coming in from the likes of this Polaroids defense, trying to prevent the swing in, and Heaven's Garden having a tough time breaking the egg, breaking the shell. On the backside, the suppressive shots connecting from T, but now in a 2v3. On the hold, a nice flank coming in. The quick push, and there's the knife.
Defenders win.
Stealth and Stitch find a kill apiece. And Polaroids are off to a great hold. Oh, let me update our overall scores, if I can. As we are into our first map of this afternoon here. I do apologize for those scores. We'll see if we can adjust those between maps. For now, though, it is 1-0 on map 1.
Start.
Oh, there we go. And another B-site push. This time a little bit more pressure applied at the front line. Dwayne picks up a double with the B90. Teleport to the backside, they turn and find T. Mumik trying to push through, and Soze is all that's left.
Defenders win.
5 alive for Polaroids, and I gotta remind myself,
Bye phase.
do I have... Yeah, I got the teams right. But I gotta look at the matchup history here, because Heaven's Garden beat this team 16-0 over the course of the regular season, and Polaroids are leading in map 1, 2-0. Going to try and slow down this Heaven Garden's push to B site, which they've been deploying pretty consistently.
Start.
Bolt coming out, doesn't connect. Quickly moving and forcing Heaven's Garden out of those positions. Stealth will catch one, Hazmat with another. The swing coming around to the backside of A site. Scanner comes in, doesn't find anyone. Bush gonna come back up through the center now with the heels up on top. Doesn't matter, Dwayne's here to fight. Zoom finally picks up one. Makes it a 2v3. T and Zoom Boy gonna do their best to make the comeback happen. Chitties finds one, and the fight over the center goes the way of Chitties. 3 left alive, and another round into the pockets of Polaroids. 3-0 on the defensive half. It's important to remember that after 7 rounds, we swap sides, reset those economies, and Polaroids have the chance at attacking. So it could just be that with this map, in particular the, that we could be seeing. Oh, I know I couldn't adjust the scores. Okay, hold on.
Start.
Oh, and Dwayne already opening things up. An early kill. Push up to the middle from Heaven's Garden, getting slowed down by that static. Zoom Boy catching one. Chucky with another on the side. The push up the B side, and T finds another. Chitty is going down. Utility comes out, the turret, to deny the rotation through from A site. And it's up to Stitch alone in a 1v3. Good bit of utility there coming in, denying that push through the center wall, trapping him in the circles of static emitter and fire on the ground. Finally a round on the board for Heaven's Garden on the attack as they get that siphon down and fend off the retake from Polaroids. But regardless, a surprising start based off of this team's match history. And I'm impressed to see it. An exciting opener to our single series of the day this afternoon, a single best of 3. The winner moves on through the loser's bracket. The loser is done with their regular season. Their chance of qualifying into VRML Con, of being flown out to play their grand finals live on stage, eliminated. Another ult coming in, forcing rotations out. Stitch gonna catch one there. Mumik up and through the center, catches another. They'll drop back and connect with the rest of the team. Shots coming through. Big damage done. Kaiser goes down on the backside. Dwayne picking up one. Dropping back with the protection of that static. Can't be pushed. There's fire on the ground there. Again, denying the rotation up through the middle. And this duo has to be careful about this swing that came in from Stealth. A nice pickup there. And there's 3 left alive on Heaven's Garden. They're bouncing back from an otherwise rough start. To the likes of Chucky and Dwayne on the retake as Chucky swings. They can't find the first that they would have needed. Their ult does allow them to respawn and continue their push, though, so there's a nice pickup. Dwayne with some good shots, getting reinforced. T finds Dwayne down, and there's the double as T transfers to Chucky.
Buy phase.
Siphon secured.
Map 1. And the first half of map 1 almost dead even. As we get into round 6, it's 3-2. Polaroids with a slight lead. A strong opening, but now as we start to see rifles and more utility coming out of Heaven's Garden, Polaroids are having a tougher time fighting back against it.
Start.
Early ult there from, I think it was Kaiser, doesn't connect. Nice hold here from Chucky, but the rotation coming in as T and the rest of this team swing through here. A good bit of denial of vision. Going to allow for the scanner to go down, but the static is coming up. The retake is in effect, and Chitties goes down to Mumik. Kaiser ulting coming in here. Could pick up 2 if they're fortunate enough on the timing. Sneak out to Krishan and find 1. Down goes Stitch. Leaves just Chucky and Dwayne alone, and Dwayne does pick up the first of many. Their ult coming in now. Doesn't find Kaiser, who rotates off in time. Dwayne is able to get the rest of the damage done needed, though, and can't pick up the 1v2 in order to lock in the round. A 3-3 half as Heaven Gardens tie up map 1.
Siphon secure.
See a lot of folks tuning in, some family members stopping by. I know there's some parents in chat, some brothers I see in here. Great to see you all tuning in and cheering for your respective favorites.
Start.
And here we go. Into the action. It's coming out. Scanner comes out. Lots of utility in this final round deployed in the early stages here. Nice teleport from... Oh, a great move coming in here from T. Going to allow them to plant the scanner. With the wall up, denying vision, it's going to be hard for the retake to be successful, but they do have Dwayne, who's found several kills so far today. Stitch picks up another one onto Hazmat. And the trade 1-for-1 between Zoom and Dwayne leaves us into a 1v1 between Stitch and T as the smoke wall goes down.
Backup restored.
T will drop back and retreat, defending the siphon. Waiting for Stitch to push up. Waiting for Stitch to go for this siphon defuse. They now know one's down there. Utility comes in, and T swings for the kill to go to Stitch. Does Stitch have time? Where's this? They don't know where it is. No, I don't think they're going to have the time to interrupt it. And there's the round into the hands of Heaven Garden.
Switching sides. Buy phase.
And we swap sides. Oh, whoops, sorry. Keep the same teams on the same side there. Colors swap side. Those as Polaroids now are on the attack in blue, and Heaven's Garden are on the defense. What a great series. Map 1 kicking off to an exciting 4-3 half. And with the side swap, it could mean everything for the likes of this Heaven Gardens team. They're going to go on the defense now. They have the round advantage already. I do think that Nautilus likely leads into a defensive favor more than I've seen. Although I think I have seen some very strong offensive halves coming in from some of the top teams on this map. So I'm not going to count out this Polaroids offense by any means. But if I were to put an advantage into the hands of any team, it would definitely be Heaven's Garden with a point lead and the defensive half coming up here. Smoke wall static in that nade to deploy that AoE on the ground, denying them the ability to cross without taking substantial damage. Tucked into the corner is Mumik, who catches a knife kill, and there's a second. For some reason, my camera moved away right as that kill went in. So apologies for missing it, but only 3 left now for Polaroids on defense. Or excuse me, Polaroids attacking. I forgot that we swapped sides.
Siphon planted.
They get the siphon down, though. There's still 2 left alive. The dive in here from Mumic trying to get the sword kill. Can't get it. On the backside, the duo. The 1v2 goes the way of T for a double, and they'll lock in the round for their team with 3 left alive. The scanner getting the siphon getting defused. And a 5-3 lead to Heaven's Garden. It's first to 8. Locks in the map win, and in a best of 3, 2 maps gets you the series. 2 maps advance you on through the loser's bracket.
Siphon acquired.
Seen some great moves from T so far today. Shooting that early scanner, trying to find some info. Ult comes out, forcing a bit of a rotation. And T will boost their speed, trying to swing over to where the action is likely to unfold. The rest of this Polaroids team is pushing it. They're up through the middle with the ult from Dwayne not connecting.
Time for a juice box.
They're going to swing over towards A. They got to worry about this flank, and they got to worry about getting pinched here at B site. Here comes a trio from the backside, and a double kill from Chitties. Can they find a third? Can they find the triple? On the swing, they're looking for it. On the site, T's defending. Chitties goes down, and T picks up a double. That leaves Stealth alone.
Defenders win.
And another point into the hands of Heaven's Garden, now stepping up to the task of being a higher ranked team, a team with a bit more of a better track record over the course of the regular season, a bit more expected out of the overall performance here this afternoon from Heaven's Garden, going up 6-3 in this first map. It is a best of 3 though, so we're at least guaranteed one more map. And maybe at least a couple more rounds here. Polaroids have anything to say about it. A great push in to pick up a double kill from an over-aggressive Heaven's Garden defense, an overconfident Heaven's Garden's defense, forgetting that they have lost rounds to this team already in this map. There's the big push out. T catches one. The refrag coming through. On the Mumic, though, T's still alive. Chucky catching Zoom Boy, the top fragger for this team. Still alive, and we'll see if they can pile on any more rounds. No, they can't. Dwayne catches the kill. For some reason, we snap to another player, and, well, that's just how it goes. As a round goes up to Polaroids. A solid job of them bouncing back into this series. Again, a shout out to everyone tuning in and enjoying the X8 action here. Today it is top teams duking it out in this hero shooter. If you're unfamiliar with X8, very different than the rest of the standard sort of VRML shooters. But also very familiar to some of the best VRML teams like Acer, who definitely leads. Ult coming in here, encouraging the team to go a little extra speed, but running into this emitter, and a beautifully timed ult that slows the entire team up of Polaroids. They're not too worried about it, though, as they pick up 3 kills, clear out B site, and we could see another siphon going down. We could see another round going in to the hands of this team, as T and Kaiser are all that's left, and now it's just T in a 1v5.
I gotcha. Hang in there.
Take a quick look at the KDs. Dwayne 17 and 8. T 10 and 6.
Attackers
Now
win.
10 and 7 as they get picked off by Chucky. 5 alive for Polaroids. I don't know what that audio bug is that we're getting there when we load in, so apologies for that, but what a series. 5-6. Nearly tied up in map 1. And just 2 points away from Heaven's Garden taking a map lead.
Start.
And Dwayne continuing to be the kill leader out for this team on Polaroids.
Siphon planted.
As Munich and Chucky trade, for some reason snaps to Dwayne, who's now pushing in the corner on the hunt for some picks. Good damage done on the double. Zone clear there. There's the third to force the rotation, and Dwayne does consider pushing through. It takes a bit of damage, gets chipped apart from the side by Zoom Boy. At the cost of one of their remaining players, though, and now Zoom's alone in a 1v2. Siphon's down. Zoom has a long way to go.
Attackers win.
And they will not push. Round will go to Polaroids on the attack. And we are tied. 6-6 in map 1. I saw someone say scoreboard check. Chitties 13-8. In comparison, as the second kill leader for Polaroids, the kill leader for Heaven's Garden is Munich with 12. So a few more kills coming in from Polaroids. There's another ult coming out here from Chitties, enabling them to go a little bit quicker through this defensive setup, and another good ult, well-timed, forcing back this rotation as they're trapped in this hallway, unable to push through that static emitter. As they dive in, Dwayne catches one, Chitties finds another. Stitch scoops up a kill, and B-site cracks open. Suddenly there's only T and Hazmat Dude left alive, and now it's just Hazmat Dude in a 1v5 as Polaroids come back from an otherwise rough battle back and forth, and now take it to match point in the lead. 7-6, the underdogs by a huge margin this afternoon. Polaroids are stepping it up here today when it matters most in the postseason. Incredible to see a fantastic performance from them. And again, not what I anticipated if you look at the matchup history. Heaven's Garden beating this team 16-0 in the regular season. Nice flash there. Tossed out by Munich. A little bit of zoning done as well. And they got to be careful about that ult coming in again, disrupting their push down to this B site. Static continuing to be a thorn in the side of this advancement. And another bit of good zoning done there to push back this entire push. We have a full rotation after not cracking that B shell. And after ultimately finding a lot of the defense set up at B, an A swing is in effect. The question is, will it be picked up on by Zoom Boy defending here up through the center? They see plenty of shots, so they should be aware. And over on site, we have some close quarters fights unfurling as Kaiser and Chitties battle away. Hazmat tries to scoop up Dwayne, but Dwayne fights back, gets the heal to come through here, and Siphon down. That ult nearly connecting. It's 4v3. Here comes the push. Here comes the retake. A swing out from Munich. They get scooped up. The static goes down and is going to slow up this duo of T and Zoom Boy. Wondering how they want to push through this, wondering how they want to charge in. And they find Dwayne. They find a short corner peek from Chucky, and it's 8-6. Polaroids take map number 1 with a solid victory in our opening map. What a comeback and what a surprise result this afternoon. I didn't anticipate that between Polaroids and Heaven's Garden that we would see Polaroids taking a map 1 lead. I think, if anything, we may be destined for a 3-map series, potentially. I mean, quite frankly, I don't think Polaroids are going to come out and take this in 2. And so let me just reset these scores here quick because I finally can, because we're on to map 2. But with Nautilus down, let me adjust the maps as well, as we do have Nautica, excuse me, for our first map. I don't know where we're headed for map 2. But I'll find out shortly here, as I do have our map 2 lobby coming up. This may be the closest series I've had the pleasure of tuning into, and it's definitely an underdog story coming up here from this Polaroids team. You just bear with me as I deal with the technical element of things as well, getting ready to jump into the second lobby. And I suppose while we're here, a quick shout out again to our sponsors. Third Verse coming in and supporting VRML in Season 1 with that $1,000 in cash for the prize pool, on top of enabling us to fly out the top 2 North American teams to play live on stage at VRMLCon. It's a tremendous opportunity, only possible by the Third Verse team because of their support. So a big shout out to X8 and the developers for enabling us to do this, for enabling us to put on a Season 1, and for enabling us to do a VRMLCon, which is going to be incredible. That's what's on the line at the end of the day. That's what these teams are battling for, and Polaroids are coming in, potentially squashing Heaven's Garden's dreams of advancing on through the postseason to VRMLCon. This is the elimination bracket. This is the losers bracket. And so if Heaven's Garden don't start to come back here, and if they lose this second map, they will be out of this tournament. Their season will be done, and they will not have a chance to compete for first or second place to be flown out to VRMLCon. And so it's a lot on the line at the end of the day, and it's why ultimately these series are so hype, and it's why I'm so impressed with how good Polaroid is doing under pressure to be able to come back here like they have and challenge this team. It's, well, 8-6 map 1 is what it is. Where do we go from here for map 2? I'm not quite sure. I do think we may be going into a timeout coming in from Heaven's Garden. A brief moment to also shout out HyperX. You're hearing my voice on a HyperX Procast S, and you can get a discount for any purchase of a HyperX by using code HXVRML23 at checkout right now on the HyperX store. In addition, I'll be posting it here in chat, but we do have a HyperX giveaway going right now where you can get a free ticket to VRMLCon. I think it's actually going to be drawn next weekend during the double elimination top 8 for NA next weekend. But regardless, you can enter in now, join the follow the social media channels, and get multiple entries into a giveaway for free tickets to VRMLCon. In addition to HyperX headsets, multiple weekend giveaways going on here, and so we're going to be doing this this weekend, next weekend, and the weekend after for the finals. So a lot to look forward to say the least. But that's all possible because of HyperX. They're also giving away $2,000 in hardware at the convention. So if you do go to the con, you're pretty likely in getting your ticket back, at least in a giveaway from HyperX. It's an awesome opportunity, only available because of their sponsorship. So a big shout out to that HyperX team. And we really do appreciate their continued support. Fantastic products that I have nothing but good things to say about, quite frankly, across the board, from keyboards and mice to mics and headphones. We're also sponsored by ProTube VR, coming in with some of the best stock options available in the market right now. You can see the ProTube. I got mine right here attached. We also have an exclusive ProTube stock that'll be debuting at VRMLCon for attendees, and I'll showcase that off next weekend, so keep the eyes peeled for that. As again, we appreciate ProTube support as well for VRMLCon and for the regular season. A tremendous supporter of the VRML since our inception, and our exclusive stock sponsor of the VRML. So please do go check them out. If you haven't, you can get a discount on their products by using code ILOVEVRML at checkout. So again, ILOVEVRML at checkout will give you 10% off of any of your purchases. I do think that's my ad read, and I'm still waiting on a team to jump back in here. Heaven's Garden, I think, going into a timeout. Let me see if I'm getting any details otherwise. seeing. I'm curious. Okay, I got a bunch of messages. Okay, I'm not seeing. I think we may have a technical or a rule problem happening right now for map 1. So it may be a mod timeout right now. Maybe there's a bug in the final round, but it'll be interesting to see how that's dealt with. Because if it is something that's like technical issue or a bug within the game, typically we won't replay things. I don't think there's any means for me to adjust scores in this game either. You can't replicate the economy at that same state as well, meaning that in this game you have money that you earn by winning or losing, and that money is used to buy abilities, charges of those abilities rather, and different guns and utility for it. So I don't know necessarily what we're going to get there, but yeah, we are just waiting on this mod ruling. So I may cut to a brief intermission, probably about 5 or 10 minutes, and when I come back, it will hopefully be the start of map 2. We won't have to wait around much longer. You can understand, of course, that if there is a tech issue, these teams want to be sure that it's not going to impact their game, because this is, I think, an unexpected result for Heaven's Garden, and quite frankly, a surprise outcome, but also maybe a surprise to them. And so who knows what we're going to get on the ruling there if there is tech issues, but I'm not a mod, so I'm not going to rule on it. And so I will cut to a break, and when we come back, map 2 will be kicking off in what seems to be, if I have this correct, Neo Yakuza. So don't go anywhere. More X8 and NA top 8 double elimination coming at you.
Accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out to finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
There's Taquito again, flying out, rifle in hand, catches 1, 2, 3.
Oh no! Big Drill is right on top. What is this?
And there's a double kill that comes in from Cozy from Pick to the EMP inside.
Wait, trying to shoot him.
Oh my god! No! That's 5, 4, 3.
Ain't accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids, just kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out to finish this bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the grind on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live.
what a doozy. We are back, folks, and it has been reported that there are some potential bugs that were affecting the outcome of map number 1 on Nautica. So, for today, what's going to be happening is that we will be playing out the remaining 2 maps no matter what. Even if Polaroids win map 2, we will still play that 3rd map out. In the event that Nautica is nullified, the winner will be determined on the success of maps 2 and 3, the final 2 maps of this series. So we'll see to the point. If after this we play these final 2 maps, and Polaroids lose 1 and win 1, they still could be the winner, depending on what the mod ruling is on the issues and the bugs that were experienced in Nautica. So it's a complex issue. The reason we need to do this, the reason that we can't have Nautica be the deciding map right now, is because we need our mod team to be able to review footage. And that footage can't be submitted until the series is finished, and it takes time to review that footage thoroughly. So especially in a case where a team's going to be eliminated or not, we want to make sure that we have all of the ability to make the decisions we need to make on a mod team, at least. And so that's where we're coming from. That's what the league, at least, is coming from. I'm not a mod. But that's where the league is coming from in terms of how they're going to handle this decision for the issues that impacted map number 1. It's unfortunate, but sometimes there's a really disruptive bug there that happened in that series, and we were hearing it. It was that audio cue bug, and the players apparently were also subject to that, which was impacting their ability to hear audio footsteps and such of their opponents. And so it's a very interesting potential problem that really could have impacted the outcome to some degree. Not to say that Polaroids didn't deserve the win they received, because they fought hard for it, and it was a great result against their opponent, who is arguably the superior team in rank, at least. We'll see if Polaroids can continue this momentum off of a map 1 win into map 2 and map 3, because we will play that 3rd map out no matter what. It does look like map 2 is ready to go, so here we go into map number 2 on Neo Yakuza. It seems that we've somehow managed to make that same audio bug happen again, at least for me. But I don't know that it's impacting the teams. I also do think it's far enough away from site, unlike, I don't know, if you go for a long rotation, if you go to rotate through spawn.
Start.
Oh boy. Hopefully the devs fix that before we get to land. Sword out from Umik as they catch a double. Chucky and Stitch now alone. Now Stitch alone. And I gotta swap teams here because it is Polaroids on the defense and Heaven's Garden here on the attack.
Defenders win.
And down goes Stitch.
Bye phase.
Fun. Sorry, just trying to look into how this audio issue is continuing to happen, at least through my stream. I don't think it's happening in game. I can't be sure though.
Start.
Yeah, really interesting. Oh, and a good dive in. Some reason I snap over away from the action, and we swing around to find the multitude of kills coming in from Heaven's Garden.
Buy phase.
And they go up 2-0. Might not even matter necessarily what the result of map 1 was, quite frankly. Because if Polaroids don't win this, then it doesn't matter. Because it takes us to a map 3 to decide the series. So,
Start.
as ults do come in, we do see a very aggressive push coming in here from Mumik as they catch Stitch. And I go to the Stitch equivalent. Sorry, guys. Doing my best to commentate with the tools given to me. Nice pickup from Mumik. Kaiser finds their kill, and Heaven's Garden go up 3-0 in
Buy
map 2 here.
phase.
A fast bounce back, to say the least, off of a rough map 1. This Heaven's Garden team delivering a little bit more to the expectations of their record, quite frankly, with a nice 3-0 opener on the attack, no less. Or excuse me, on the defense, rather.
Start.
Little flash, Mumik catches 1, picks up 2. Looking to swing for 3 off the flash, and Hazmat picks up a double. There's the final push coming in on to Chucky in a 1v3 now. A nice nade there from T to slow them down, and it's going to be 4-0 out the gate here for Heaven's Garden. They're really starting to get into a rhythm now. And again, more of what I anticipated to see coming in from this Heaven's Garden team, from the squad that's ranked 4th right now. Or ranked 5th? In the region. Yeah, ranked 5th, first rank 11th. Definitely, again, the underdogs are in Polaroids here. But with a side swap, maybe the attacking half will go a little better for the likes of Polaroids. We're still not even done with this first half. We've got a few more rounds of this half as we get into round 5. We'll take a quick look at the KDs. Mumik absolutely dominating. We'll want to go on board them as they do barrel forward for some more picks. Getting ready to toss the flash around the corner. Pick up the multi-kill. And because of the aggression from Mumik, you do see the rest of this offense really tucking in, not getting over-aggressive on their extension out, sticking together as a squad, trying to avoid the ability for one player to overwhelm them. There's Mumik with 1. They fly out for a second. Looking for more. They're back exposed. Dwayne will catch a kill. T able to pick up 1 themselves over at A's site. Quick 1 for 1, though. Does put them into a 2 for 2. Stitch finds Zoom, and now Hazmat's alone.
So feeble-minded.
But so is Dwayne. Scanner down, and ooh, they may be able to interrupt this without Dwayne being able to get back in time, without Dwayne being able to see this interrupt. And it looks like they just baited it. They're flying off the top, and Hazmat catches the kill. They get half of the interrupt, and they get the other half after the team is dead and gone. And a huge clutch from Heaven's Garden and Hazmat to put their team up into a 5-1 or a 5-0 map 2 here.
Buy phase. Start.
Kaiser getting shut down on the side. A much slower rollout here coming in from the likes of Polaroids, trying to change the pace just a little bit. We do have Zoom Boy tucked into the corner here, ready to spring out and find one. Can they pick up another? They have to reload quick. They swing for the second, and I'm Stitch catches the kill. We fly over to Mumik. We're trying to rotate back to Hazmat, the kill leader for this team. Quickly picked off, and now Hazmat dude alone. In a 1v4, Polaroid's definitely looking to take the round here.
Siphon planted.
As Hazmat does swing out, they'll catch one. A nice smoke to deny vision with 82 HP in a 1v3. Definitely a tall order. And after it dissipates, they'll swing for the kill on I'm Stitch. Hearing the footsteps above them. They look to rotate and swing out. They catch Stealth down, and now it's a 1 versus 1. Hazmat gonna look to get the full 1v4 clutch. Time is ticking. They have to get this kill, and they'll swing out to find Dwayne, who gets that kill. And fortunately,
Last round in the
for
half.
Polaroids in this half, they at least get one on the board.
Phase.
We'll stay on board Mumik. Again, the kill leader of this team, 12-2. But Hazmat picking up a multitude as well, 8-1. Almost equally impressive. Only one death so far. The only death in that last round.
Start.
One for one trade. Puts us over
Got
to the
one.
remaining duo pushing forward here. As Stealth flies out to catch one. Hazmat cannot be ready for Stealth there. Another kill coming through, and T alone. This could be the second point on the board here for Polaroids. Another very dominant offensive half. Or round for them, rather.
Attackers
As they get
win.
rid of that ult. And I go over to Stitch, because they're the
Switching
other
sides.
counterpart. For some reason, the game thinks I want to go look at that. But anyway, a side swap now, and Heaven's Garden go on the attack with Polaroids. Defending. And a 5-2 lead in Heaven's Garden's hands. 3 points away from taking map 2. And advancing us on to a map 3 series decider, where the outcome of map 1 doesn't necessarily really matter too much anymore. And it'll be map 3 that determines our winner. That's what's at stake here right now for Heaven's Garden.
Start.
Sorry I get pulled away from that kill and all of the action, but I'll fly over as fast as I can.
Shield on.
As Zoom Boy and Mumik connect. Nice pinch here. Good shield, but it's not enough. Zoom will catch Dwayne. Chucky and Chitty's going down in a trade, and Stitch finds the final kill on defense for their squad. They'll dance in celebration, interrupts the back half of this siphon, and another point into the Polaroids pockets, 5-3. A reminder that if Polaroids do win here, we still will
Phase.
play out the third map just in case that first map score is nullified. So either way, we're getting 3 maps, I guess, this afternoon, which is nothing to complain about, quite frankly.
Start.
Oh, a nice zoning kill there. Refrag from Stitch.
Siphon acquired.
And back on site, Chucky picks off Mimic. It puts Zoom Boy alone in a 1v2. Wondering how they're going to play out towards A site with so little information.
Defenders win.
Good effort from Zoom Boys. Stitch the one that finds the kill, though. And Polaroids
Spy
fighting
phase.
back here in map 2. Fighting back. With now only a 1-point lead from Heaven's Garden, which was a 3-point lead. The attacking half looking a little concerning. 3 points away from taking the map. 3 points away from pushing us to a third map to decide the series, which we'll do regardless of the outcome here, but
Start.
yeah, that's what I want to look at, a shoulder. And right as it dissipates, Hazmat pops out. A firefight over up through the middle. Goes the way of Zoom Boys. Chucky goes down, and now it's Dwayne and Stealth alone. Maybe a point here on the attack finally for Heaven's Garden as they rotate to site. Do go down before Siphon's planted in a 1-for-1 trade, though, as Zoom Boy picks off Dwayne. So the plant should be easy enough.
Siphon planted.
And it's now up to Stealth to pop out here and catch the kills. They find 1 of 2. Both at full HP, but Stealth has 100 armor in comparison to the 17 of Mimic, so definitely a little bit more durable if it comes to a face-to-face firefight. And as they dash in, it's going to be the bait coming in from Mimic. They're going to force phase to come, or Stealth to come all the way out. And when Stealth finds no one, that time ticks down. The round not going to go into Polaroid's hands no matter what. The bomb going to detonate here. The siphon going to go off, and
Attackers win.
there's the first of 3 that Heaven's Garden need to take this second
phase.
map. Round 11 this afternoon. As we dive into a tight back and forth between the best in the NA region. The postseason coming together to show off the likes of Polaroids and their skill set up against an opponent arguably been performing better all season. Oh, wow, and somehow Chitties doesn't catch Mimic, who pushed in there.
I gotcha.
Teleport in to make sure it's clear. Wall goes up in a denial of vision. Siphon goes down, but look at the tuck-in from Dwayne. They pop out to find the kill. For some reason, we pull away from the action, but it's okay as we get right back into it. And over the top, Mimic catches a kill themselves. Scanner should be going down here soon. It is on the corner of the site. Stealth catches 1. A nice refrag from T. Heaven's Garden battling back every inch here. And oh, I think T heard this rotation coming in from Chucky. As the siphon goes down, it's going to force this push out. And oh, what a snapshot from Chucky there. And a great
Defenders
pinch
win.
coming in from Polaroids to catch the final kill they need and the round into their hands. 5
Bye phase.
to 6. Polaroids not letting go easy here. 2 more points to go. 2 more rounds to go. Eventually, we'll have a winner. Will it be Heaven's Garden, who have had the lead all map long? Or will we see Polaroids take another map win here? And we go to that 3rd map just in case.
Start.
Put it down. Hear my roar!
Cannot get rid of that static. Finally, kills coming through. A refrag from Stealth.
Luck doesn't make shots
Down
like that.
goes Mimic and Hazmat, and T's alone on the attacking side here. 1v2, definitely manageable. Finds the first, swings for the second. Can't get it on to Stealth, who ties it up for Polaroids. 6 to 6. And now we have 2 more rounds to go in this last half of map 2. Reminder, even if Polaroids do win here, we will be still playing the 3rd map because of some technical issues and potential bugs in map 1. That score could be ramified, nullified, or changed. And if it is, then we want to be sure that we have a 3rd map to go to for a scoreline in order to decide our winner effectively. So both teams will play map 3 like it is the series decider,
I have the cipher.
regardless of the outcome here at the end of the day. But if Heaven's Garden do win, then it is going to be the series decider, regardless of what the mods decide for map 1. It's all to be determined with Polaroid here.
Hear my roar!
Pushing it to a 6-6.
Sensor down.
Nice damage done. That Hazmat cleans up. Prompts with a push, and down goes Stealth, tucked into a tight corner. Heaven's Garden with a 4-2 player advantage. Both gonna push out and catch Stitch and leave Chitties alone in a 1v4. We've seen some good comebacks come in already in this series, so I'm not counting it out by any means just yet, but
Siphon planted.
Siphon goes down, and Chitties has to go against a lot of armor and HP. They do have full armor, though, so if there ever was a chance, it's with a full HP Chitties, who is now being pushed from multiple sides. And there's the kill from Hazmat on the backside. Heaven's Garden take it to map point
Match point.
for map number 2.
Bye phase.
And a quick shout out to everyone tuning in. hanging out and enjoying the action this afternoon.
Siphon planted.
And a really nice round for Heaven's Garden when it matters most. Chitties and Stitch alone to try and push this into a tie game here, but 2v4. Definitely doable. Seen some good 1v2s already, some good 1v3 clutches depending on utility use. I don't know what abilities are left on the likes of either one of these teams, though. Fight unfolding, though. Chitties catches one. A nice flank out from Hazmat, and there's the kill.
Wow.
From Kaiser, and a round win.
There's an academy, right?
A map win into Heaven's Garden. Mumik, the MVP on the series, with a dominant KD there. And a solid show. But it is going to be, let me update the score there. Heaven's Garden taking map 2, and regardless of what the mod result is of map 1, we are headed to a map 3 decider for this series, where we will have a winner coming out on top. I am waiting for that map 3 choice, but again, shout out to everyone tuning in, hanging out, and enjoying the action this afternoon. It's been a solid evening here of X8 gameplay. Some of the best I've seen, some of the best back and forth I've had the privilege of jumping into. Some great utility plays, some great overall teamwork and coordination coming in on the pinches and on the overall bomb plant plays. And I am getting news that we are going into a timeout officially here. So we had a tech timeout there in round 1, and now we're going into an official timeout from Heaven's Garden in round 2. Which does mean that I'm going to take a brief break, and when we come back, map 3 will be unfolding our series decider to determine who is going to advance on through this loser's bracket and play next weekend, and who is going home and having their season finished. You do not want to miss this map 3 decider. Welcome back, everybody, to the X8 VRML Season 1 Double Elimination Losers Bracket. My name's Nightfire with 2 E's, and we are here for the final map of the afternoon between these two teams, Heaven's Garden, versus Polaroids. If we do look at the past match scores, we see 6-8 for Polaroids on Nautica, 6-8 for Heaven's Garden on Neo Yakuza, and now here we are on our final map of the day, and it is going to take us to Depot to round out the afternoon. And I was just thinking about this the other day. I don't know that I have had an opportunity to commentate a best of 3 that's gone to a third map. I know I've seen Nautica, I know I've seen Neo Yakuza, but the other option's so rarely chosen. Depot. We've jumped on Bedrock, Midtown as well, but this may be one of the first or only times I've actually jumped on to Depot to commentate and spectate, so it's going to be very fun to tune into and watch these two teams duke it out. If we look at matchup history, we can get a perspective onto their experience on these maps. Depot, not a terribly strong win rate coming in from Heaven's Garden, but they've at least played it this season. In comparison, Polaroids have been locked down to Nautica, Neo Yakuza, or Midtown for the 3 maps that they've played. In the 6 matches that they've had, they never went to Depot or Bedrock. So maybe an advantage to the likes of Heaven's Garden when it comes down to it for this third map, but we'll have to wait and see as we do get these teams in lobby and ready to go. So again, thank you all for patiently waiting for us to get into our third and final map of the day. And a reminder that the following weekends there's going to be packed with X8 action. We still have the double elimination bracket, the winners rounds coming up next weekend. That'll lead into losers bracket rounds on Sunday, and then the final weekend, meaning 2 weekends from now, we'll have the semifinals. We'll determine 2 teams that will advance on to play live on stage at VRML Con. All possible because of Third Verse and the support from the developers of X8. A big shout out to the X8 devs and a big shout out to Third Verse for making this season possible and for making this live in-person finals possible. It's going to be incredible. I can't wait to be able to show off X8 on stage and watch the best of the best battle it out. We don't know who that is yet, but that's what we're here to find out. Who is the number 1 and 2 in the North American region? Maybe it's one of these teams. Maybe it's Heaven's Garden. Maybe it's Polaroids. They have a long way to go regardless if it is one of them or not, because they're going to have to win through, I think, 3 more rounds of loser bracket matches. And the teams they'll be going up against are no slouches. They'll be some of the best in the region. Acer and Eternity will be going up against each other next weekend. Eclipse and Wrecked as well. And then the losers of those series go down and play Rakuzen and the winner here, respectively. We then have a semifinals match, like I said, in 2 weekends from now. Losers bracket, grand finals live on stage at VRML Con. So, a bit of a road left ahead of us, and, we'll see. We're still waiting on a 5th to join here. I think I came back early before the full 10 minutes was up. But no, I had a 10-minute countdown. If anything, I came back late. I am wondering where this 5th is and why we are waiting so long to get into this series. I'm getting a ping now. The last guy is having internet issues. What a time to have internet issues strike. I mean, you've already played 2 maps. And it just so happens to hit you in the 3rd map. That's brutal. That's brutal, but it's also why you, quite frankly, need a sub. We have rules and restrictions around playing this game for a reason, and one of those rules is the time limit on how long your timeouts can be and how many you have. And I know we took a technical timeout, but I don't know if that was for Heaven's Garden. I do think that it was. And so I do think they have their tech timeout and their regular timeout already used. And if we stick to the rules, we may have to start this 3rd map 4v5 if they can't get a 5th into the lobby in time. It's the nature of having tournaments online, is that if you can't abide by rules and you can't be there for the times that are allotted, you can't qualify through. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how much longer. So hopefully they get a 5th. It's also why we have subs. It's why Heaven's Garden have more than 5 players on their roster, so that in the event that they need an extra player, in the event that they need to fill that 5th slot, they can tap in to their active roster and they can pull in the players they need. Not a spot you want to be in, though. I'll tell you that. If you are on that Heaven's Garden team. For your map 3 decider to have to start 4v5, that would be devastating. And I am seeing a 5th connect. And it does look like we are starting our 3rd map. And again, appreciate you all hanging out and patiently waiting. I know a bit of a delay there between maps 2 and 3 with that extended timeout, but it's a-okay because we are now hopping into our final map of the afternoon, our deciding map of this series. One of these teams advances on, one of these teams is eliminated, gets knocked out, and their season is over with. They do not have a chance at competing for that $1,000 cash prize pool. They do not have a chance of competing for a trip out to Denver, Colorado to play live at VRML Con. It's all on the line here in our third map of the day as we dive in to map number 3 on Depot. Quick shout out to everyone that is stopping by and hanging out, enjoying the action as we dive into the mix here. Map number 3 in this best of 3, the decider of who will advance on and whose season will be done.
Start.
On Heaven's Garden, we have Hazmat, Kaiser, Souza, Mumik, T, and Zoom. All on the defensive side here, and on the attack, we have Chitties, Chucky, Dwayne Need, Faye, Stealth, and I'm Stitch. All duking it out here for a chance. Nice ult shot comes out, doesn't connect. Goes a bit far. Siphon going down underneath the
Siphon planted.
dome there, and an aggressive push on the pistol set up through the center here, trying to push back this defense from retaking this Siphon. And a nice peek out. Kaiser with an ult kill as well, and you can see Stealth was trying to get the sword kills there, but couldn't. And we're into a 1v2 now with Hazmat alone. Polaroids looking to take an early lead here. But uncertain on where that final defender is. Time is ticking, though. Hazmat needs to push up. And actually will let that Siphon go down
Attackers win.
at the risk of not pushing in for their death. I don't know if that eco was necessary, but it does reduce the amount of money into the pockets of Polaroids because they don't get that extra cash for the kill. Into round 2 we go for our map 3 series decider. I'll talk about it again and again, but that pressure of the prize pool has to be prevalent in these players' minds every single round.
Clear!
And as Polaroids are a bit slow to make their move, the dome comes up. A nice swing up here from Chitties. With a good angle down onto Hazmat. Quickly chopped up by Mumik, who's quickly refragged by Chucky. We go on board T, who's holding a high angle now down onto the top of his team. Can't find the kills they need as Stealth swings for the pickup, and Kaiser and Zoom are alone, with Kaiser way off of sight here. And that ult just missing, gonna put them in a bit of an awkward spot. They'll go down. Another pickup coming through from Stealth. And Polaroids are up 2-0. The underdogs overwhelming Heaven's Garden here on our third map of the afternoon. This is the underdog story in full effect. This is Polaroids overwhelming the odds and impressively executing here this afternoon with a 2-0 lead on the attacking half, no less. I do feel like this being a bigger map, though, it might lend itself a touch more to the attacking half versus the defending half. Ooh, but that's going to get a lot of info on the position of this offense here, and it may prompt a rotation from Heaven's Garden.
Targets stabilized.
Here comes swing. Denial of vision coming up with the dome and the wall there, but a quick push onto the corner. Enabled by the ability to respawn on the backside, and a nice old Zoom Boy here to fight. Picks up a double, Dwayne fending things off, and the push coming in on the corner. There's Hazmat with one, there's T with the other. And finally, Heaven's Garden get one on the board and push this lead down by 1 to a 1-point lead. Take a quick look at the KDs on the afternoon. Dwayne with the kill leader on the so far on these first 3 rounds. I do feel like in the matches I have spectated, Dwayne pretty consistently executing quite well on this character. Very familiar with the ults, very familiar with the pacing. Not surprised to see them leading in kills here this afternoon. Coming in, that's going to go a little too far and too high. Kaiser, on the other hand, catches Dwayne down on that ground floor. Heal coming in here on to Stealth, try and get them back up to respectable HP, but all they get is half. And a nice swing from Chitties. On the backside, Mumik, a devastating swing here, though, and a double kill. Shuts down this offense entirely. Stitch now crashing back, likely to pick up the Siphon. Gonna run into the entirety of this defense. And they won't be able to win against the trio here. Heaven's Garden back on top, or rather tied, even 2-2 here. They've cut down the lead, at least, of Polaroids, who came in strong in the early rounds. And we now start to see I mean, this has been the series all day, quite frankly. An amazing battle, an amazing swing back and forth between these two teams.
Start.
You're seeing a great display of map knowledge and team coordination this afternoon between these squads, and it's what we expect when you get into the postseason, as Mumik picks up a double, using their ult for that extra speed and putting their team into a nice advantageous 3-2. A beautiful flash there, and they'll find another kill. There's the fourth. Can they pick up the full team ace as they come crashing forward? Big damage done on the zone there. 50 HP left. They'll dash out, and there it is. Mumik with the full ace. 5 players killed by one hand.
Bye phase.
One stretchy hand, one stretchy arm. What a round, what a clutch. Really nice flash off of the double kill to make it a third. Finds the fourth, then cleans things up with the ace.
Start.
Ooh, and Dwayne actually the one to find the action first. Kaiser kills themselves in a bit of a blunder, and Heaven's Garden is down 3-2 rather quickly. Mumik continues to be the kill leader for this team. 11-3. Playing the character incredibly well this afternoon when it matters the most, when the pressure's on, when it's 2-2, 3-2, when they have a small, slight lead. You see Mumik step up to the task of putting down their opponent in Polaroids. What's the play from the attacking half, though? Chucky, Dwayne, and Stitch. Now just Chucky and Dwayne as Stitch goes down.
the Siphon.
Siphon picked up, and Dwayne finds a nice swing for a kill. There's a good refrag from Mimic again. The kill leader continuing to find kills, and what a dash play from Mimic for the double.
Last round in the half.
This map might just be Mimic highlights at this
Buy
point.
phase.
Mimic? You tell me. They're 13-3 though. They are double the kill leader of Polaroids with Dwayne at 6. They are absolutely putting this Heaven's Garden team on their back this afternoon, and I'm sure the rest of the squad would be performing if there were players to shoot. But with how well and how fast Mimic is going through this Polaroids team, they're not leaving a whole lot of room for the rest of the team to find some action. When they do, we find Hazmat getting some kills. Hazmat finding another snipe down long lane. There's going to be a push now from Mimic, who wants at least 3 more kills piled on here. Ooh, and they nearly get picked off there. 14 HP left, or 4 rather HP left. Hazmat does get picked off nicely, and now it is just the duo as Stealth goes down and Stitch and Dwayne are all that's left. Nice dome. Good rotation, and Siphon will go down despite the 4 alive here. Mimic gonna get healed. Zoom were able to get them up to 64. Not a full heal, but still better than where they were. And Kaiser goes down. Dwayne holding a tight corner, catches a vital kill. All the rotation from that backside to defuse. But now Siphon is alone with 3 on site, trying to reduce the pushing, but Siphon's getting disrupted, and Mimic pushes out with a beautiful dash.
Defenders win.
5-2 in the first half.
Switching sides.
And we swap sides. As Heaven's Garden go on to the attack,
Siphon secured.
Polaroids go on to the defense. What a battle we're in store for this afternoon. A big shout out again to everyone tuning in and enjoying the action here this afternoon. Heaven's Garden stepping up to the task quite successfully. But Polaroids now with a side swap might find that on defense they can push this thing back to a 5-5 map 3.
Got one.
That dart picks up a bit of info. Ooh, and a push up, a knife from Zoom Boy. They're gonna look for another one. They'll find 2. It's a double knife kill from Zoom.
Siphon planted.
There's 3. They're looking for an ace at this point. Can they find 4? Zoom Boy's looking for the quadra kill. They need 1 more to pick up the entirety of Polaroids. And whether it's Mimic or Zoom, these players are standing out, and Zoom can't get it. Chucky denies the ace. The pistol round nearly clutched entirely by Zoom.
Attackers win.
T will get the final kill of the round, though, and wow, what a half there. The double knife kill as Zoom barrels in through the back. I don't think that's what Polaroids were anticipating coming their way.
Start.
Zoom Boy zooming forward. Decent damage done by Chitties on the backside. And another connecting there. Mimic with a nice kill. Zoom with another. Mimic flying out with the second. It puts Dwayne and Stitch alone. 2v4. 2 points away from Heaven's Garden, locking this in. Dwayne picks up a double. And a nice flash from Mumik.
I'm on a roll.
What a beautiful bit of disruption that this
I've got the siphon.
player has been putting on today. The flashes, the dashes. This player and this character are on full display this afternoon with Mumik utilizing it. And I mean, it is winning the team rounds. Stitch finds one on the flank. A good turn from T. Nice coordination is otherwise winning Heaven's Garden the map.
Point.
As they go up to map point, series
Live
point.
phase.
The life of Polaroids on the line this afternoon as they battle against Heaven's Garden in this third map. And Heaven's Garden, 1 point away from advancing on through the losers bracket, continuing to keep their season alive and continuing to hunt for that free North American trip out to Denver, Colorado for the NA Grand Finals live on stage at VRML Con July 20th and 21st. Here comes Mumik. Flying forward. Does get detected by the trip. So a little bit of info given away, but they are on site already. Nice pickup from Mumik. Dart should identify some locations here that's for Zoomboy to work off of.
Siphon planted.
And the siphon goes down. 5v4. Make it a 5v3 as Mumik continues to fly forward. They may be on the hunt for more. There's a third. T finds Shitties, and it's all up to Chucky. Alone in a 1v5. There's the first. Half HP, though. And this Heaven's Garden team with the siphon down, there's no other option. They have to push. They have to defuse the siphon. They cannot linger, and the clock, the back of Kaiser. They have to push forward here, and they can't get it. It's Heaven's Garden taking 2 maps in this best of 3 and advancing on through this losers bracket. Siphon locking in the MVP, or Mumik rather, locking in the MVP. And a stellar performance from Heaven's Garden on the back half of this series, going 8-2 on Depot, 8-6 on Neo Yakuza, and taking this best of 3 Polaroids. And their chance at VRML Con will be eliminated. And it's the sad reality of the tournament play. But congratulations to Heaven's Garden. They get to play just a little bit longer. We'll see them next weekend go up against the losers of the winning teams from this weekend. And so a lot of double elimination gameplay left ahead of us over this week, next weekend and the following weekend. So 2 weekends of X8 gameplay that you're not going to want to miss. So be sure to subscribe and follow the stream. Hit the thumbs up button if you had a good time and you enjoyed the action. But please come back for more, because there will be a lot more Saturday and Sunday packed for both weekends of X8 gameplay that you're not going to want to miss. But that's it for today. My name has been Nightfire with 2 E's. A quick shout out to our sponsors. Third Verse coming in and supporting us with $1,000 into the cash prize pool, on top of enabling us to fly out the top 2 North American teams to play their grand finals live on stage. It's a tremendous opportunity, only possible because of Third Verse and their sponsorship of VRML in our first season with X8. We really appreciate them. They're a tremendous partner, and it's been a great season 1. A big shout out to HyperX for supporting the VRML. You can get a discount by using code HXVRML23 at checkout. A big shout out to ProTube for supporting the VRML. You can use code ILOVEVRML at checkout for a discount there. And I think that's it. Thank you all for tuning in. That's it for me. My name's Nightfire with 2 E's again, and I'll see you all next weekend for more X8 action. Reachers VRML is brought to you by Helga, the esports manager. Triangle Factory. Thanks for watching VRML.